What's up, everybody? Welcome back to From the Yard with yours truly, Armourie, on WSUB 106.1. I hope that y'all had a phenomenal week because I had a phenomenal week, okay? This month has been breezing by, and I can just say God has been on one. Let me say that. God has been on one, and I'm just grateful. Every time I come in the studio and I'm getting ready for an interview, I am just reminded about how good God is. And so today, let me go ahead and break the ice. We got a legend in the building with us today, y'all. I am not playing no games, okay? It's been getting exciting every single time. Just to give you a teaser about who this man is, okay? Not only is he originally from Dallas, Texas, okay? He is the former drum major at the illustrious Southern University, okay, with the one and only Human Jukebox. And we're going to get down to everything here in this interview. He is an amazing father, and he is a staple here in Houston, Texas. So please, without further ado, help me welcome the one, the legendary, and the only Mr. Xavier Gerald. How are you doing?
Hello. How you doing? Thank you. I'm doing great. I'm doing wonderful.
Oh my gosh. Such a pleasure to have you here joining us.
Here.
I had to take a deep breath, okay? Because when I found out what you did and who you are, I said, wait a minute, God. Okay, because you just keep reminding me. And shout out to Aaron for making the connection.
Shout out to my boy Aaron.
Yes, that was the episode with the architecture man himself.
Yes, indeed.
I heard a lot of great things from that episode, and he was so gracious to have introduced me to you. And here we are.
Right.
Live.
Right.
At the Hive. Okay, live at 6. Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So for those who do not know who you are, please give us some nuggets about who you are and things that you would want us to know.
A little bit about myself. Like you said originally, I am from Dallas, and I had the opportunity to go to Southern University where I achieved my bachelor's degree in early childhood. And
wow.
I taught pre-K, ended up going to do pre-K with that. I had the opportunity to run track at
Come
Southern.
on, shout out SU,
98,
track team.
Indoor SWAC champion for the hurdles.
Don't make me fall off this couch now, please.
I'll catch you.
Put some respect on your name.
And then march in the Human Jukebox.
My God.
Not only march, was the drum major.
The drum major. You were leading the band.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that was a great time to be alive.
Ooh.
Now I'm here in Houston. I'm in education. I've been in education for, 22 years now.
Wow.
And I wouldn't change anything about that. Giving back to the community in the aspect of education and educating the youth is top tier in my eyes.
Oh, man, it is definitely top tier. And just hearing you list out all of those accolades, I'm like, I told y'all, I have a legendary individual joining us on From the Yard, okay? If you could see him, he's suited and booty. He has his hoodie on, his custom.
You see
okay,
custom. Shout out to Jamal and his wife for the beautiful sweater here. Yeah.
Look, I was like, when I first seen him, I said, I need that hoodie right now, in this moment.
Now make sure you get everything you need to get it.
Oh, wow. That is amazing. So let's peel back some layers.
Okay.
What even ignited the flame for you to even go to the Southern University?
All right. So initially, here's the crazy part. So in high school, I was in the band in high school, of course. I was drum major in my high school as well.
Wow.
But my connection to Southern was my high school band director.
Really?
His name is Douglas Baskin from Memphis, Tennessee. Well, unbeknownst to me, I didn't know his brother, Eric Baskin, was the assistant band director at Southern University. So I had a tie to Southern, and I didn't even know it until one day I walked in the office, and like right next to his desk was a picture of his brother in front of the band. And I didn't put two and two together until I got older. I was like, you know what? Wow. And so I had that connection for a band, and I was just like, okay, but I want to run track too. So I had scholarships to run at University of Arkansas, Iowa, a couple other schools that wanted to give me scholarship to run track, but I wanted to be in a band at Southern. So I said, you know what? Let me go talk to the track coach because it was Texas Relays.
Okay.
And they were sitting on the opposite side of the home side, visiting side. And so I went over there and I talked to Coach, and he was Coach Thomas. Rest in peace, Coach. And he said, you know what? If you're coming down there for audition, make sure you come see me. So I went down there later that summer for the audition with the band. And I made the band. We told me, hey, make sure you're there for freshman crab week. And then went over to the mini dome and talked to Coach T.
Wow.
Coach T was like, hey, make sure you get A, B, and C, and D. I got all that together. And so when I came, I was good. I had money for the fall and money for the spring. So
Come on. Talk about
that was a
exceedingly and
blessing.
abundantly.
Right.
Wow. And it's amazing how things come full circle.
Yes.
And how things are in divine alignment.
I know. It's, and being a youth and not really looking at it like I look at it now, like we look at it now spiritually, how things align and how things come together without you even knowing. People in the right places, God will provide those people to be there, little angels in the way, waiting behind, pulling the strings and making sure everything goes. So I was excited again to have that opportunity to even audition for the band. Yeah. And, with Dr. Greggs, rest in peace, Doc. He was more of a father figure to me. I lost my father when I was 15. Okay. And so growing up was blessed to have men of substance around me.
Wow.
Growing up in Oak Cliff.
Oak Cliff, Texas.
That's my hood.
My hood.
That's it. But I think that was one of the best things that happened was for me to leave and go to Louisiana, the way I developed my own self.
Wow.
And be around other like-minded individuals that wanted to see you do better. And so I got in the band and, everything was written as it was, and look at me now.
Yeah, look at you now. I even love the fact that you mentioned that at Texas Relays, you went over to the Southern University track coach.
Right.
And you said, hey, look, this is what I want to do. You had the courage because, a lot of students or just athletes, they're afraid to go approach anyone or just approach like the college that they want to be at and ask this question like, hey, I want to be a part of your track team, but I also want to, I want to be a part of your track team, but I also want to be a part of this historical band. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So have you always had a love for music?
I have. Listen, waking up 6 o'clock at 6 years old, waking up on Saturdays, going to drum practice.
Wow.
Learning how to play the snare drum. I'm a percussionist, so learning how to play the drum, learn how to read the music, all of that. Then I was just like, but then I got a drum set. Mom's bought me a drum set, and here I am thinking I'm doing all these things and then learning how to move my hands and my feet and thinking and reading all at the same time, was interesting, but it paid off now. In life, any problem that I come across, I tie it to a sheet of music.
Wow.
Like if it's a difficult piece of music that I have to perform, it's going to take repetition in order for me to get it and learn it and then go from there. And so it may be hard at the beginning, but, hey, like music, you just keep practicing. It gets better and better with you come. Yeah.
Wow. So fast forwarding back to you coming to Southern University and you being on the band, like being on that team. We all know that I hear y'all. Whenever y'all are practicing the wee hours throughout the night, was there ever a time where you questioned being a part of the band and what made you stick to it? And you know what? You said, this is what I want to do.
Well, initially when you got there, of course you have kids from all over the country coming in with the aspiration of playing in the band. And in the percussion section, the drum section, I got an opportunity to meet a bunch of great men. Wow. 3 of them for sure that I am still in contact with. I can call Jaguar Morgan, Robert Gray, and myself. It's another Corey from New Orleans. We all played the cymbals together. And I can pick the phone up and call Jabari or Robert to this day. I was with Jabari this past weekend at a Mardi Gras ball. He and his wife. And, you just meet people who you just would never thought that you still have those relationships with. But yeah, it's been plenty of times where we were at practice. I was just like, yeah, man, I don't know about going back, man. It's too strenuous, man. They practice all night. Back then, it was all night. All night after class, 10, 11 o'clock and going back. But that's just the sacrifices that you had to do in order to be a part of that program. And those lessons and those opportunities still I hold dear to my heart now.
Wow.
And I try to instill in the kids in the school system that I'm around, or the bands that high school bands that I go and volunteer my time with. I try to instill those types of ideas and thought and love for band as I got in me. But yes, it'd be plenty of times where I said, yeah, I don't know about going back. I don't know about going back. But then my friends, they were like, hey, man, we're in this together.
Wow.
And my mom used to always say, Xavier, if you start something, don't quit.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Wow. And look how, like you said, it's paying off.
No, right? Right.
Okay, so I'm just trying to get it together, okay? Because I said I was stoked about this interview.
Okay.
Because I love the Human Jukebox so much. Like,
Yes.
I stand 10 toes down. I don't care if anyone says their band is great, and nope, it's not.
Right.
Southern University has the top.
The top.
The top. The best
in the world.
in the world. Not the nation.
The nation.
But the world.
But the world, Craig.
Hello?
Not the nation, but the world, Craig.
Yes.
Mhm.
So you are in a very unique spot. You had a very unique spot where you were the drum major.
Right.
You're the first person that the crowd sees stepping onto the field when halftime starts. What is that feeling like when you hear the crowd roar? What goes through your mind? Like, take me back to those moments.
All right. Here we go.
Yes.
First one. I was a little nervous.
Okay.
It was the 1999, the first SWAC Championship. That was my very first back band as the drum major, and what a nervous time it was. Again, like I said, my dad passed when I was in high school, and his birthday is December the 11th.
Wow.
And it just so happened that game was on December 11th. So, and it was in Birmingham, which is where my mother is from. So I had family. They had, it was a beautiful setup. I said, God showing out. He's doing his thing, man.
Oh, he does.
And, but one time that I do remember, it was like an out of body experience, kind of like a movie where we're in the hole. I was getting ready to kick out, right? So the hole is the end zone. So we're in the end zone, and we're all bunched up, and I'm hunched down so that you couldn't see me. And so when the band director drops his arm, boom, I kick out, right? Like a shot out of a cannon, right? So I'm kicking out, and as I'm doing that, I hear nothing. And it's like I have an out-of-body experience where you take the camera, and you come out, and you see everything, and all I see is myself kicking. I don't hear anything. I don't see anything. I'm in my own world. And then I turn around, do my kick. I turn around and I, break it down and go back and go back. And then when I blow the whistle off, tweet, 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 and they say, ready, 2, 3, 4. I'm back. And then by far the best experience. And if I could pan it out as a commercial, that would be absolutely amazing. But that moment in itself, like time stood still.
Wow.
And any problems that I was going through or situations, whatever, that was troubling me, I had no fear of those troubles while I was on that field. It was like a place of refuge, of solitude, where it was like I was at home. I was at peace while I was on the field. Wow. But yeah, that moment right there, top tier. Never forget it.
Oh my goodness.
Never
just
forget
you
it.
Painting the picture for me, just like my face is so just shocked because I can just imagine that's my favorite part of halftime is just seeing the drum major into the field and bring in the band, and it just warms my heart. So, ooh.
I know. Listen, I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it again. They always say Dallas. Well, Dallas, that was the name they called me at school. That was my name, right? So Xavier, but I went by Dallas because in the band, that's what they called me, Dallas.
Okay.
And so Dallas was my name on the yard. And so they were like, Dallas, what about? I say, listen, I felt like royalty.
Wow. And you are.
It was like, I don't know. I can't really put my finger on it to describe the feeling of knowing that some of the things that I used to do, I couldn't do anymore because I was in a position of leadership.
Wow.
And that grew me as a person. And I thank God for that opportunity, because there have been times I would have wilded out, but I had to scale back because I understood that there were more than my eyes watching me, right? There were more. I didn't want to be, oh, that's that guy that Dr. Greg chose as his drum major, and I'm representing this legend in a bad way, negative way, right? So I had to change my mindset, and they made me grow. And I appreciate that opportunity to show that side of leadership in me. And so, yeah, man. Yeah.
I love
Dallas
that.
grew up.
Come on, Dallas grew up. And
Dallas grew up.
What was your name?
Ladies and gentlemen, that's right. The Southern University Marching Band is led by drum major Xavier Silky Slim Gerald. From Dallas, Texas. Show him some love. That was me. Yeah. Silky Slim. And I still go by that too on Instagram. That's my tag.
Really?
Silky Slim 214.
Why Silky Slim?
It's just
214.
I know, I had to put the Dallas in there.
I see.
But yeah, Silky Slim, man, at that time, I'm glad I got this weight on me, because I was 155 when I was on, and so I was slim. And so my nickname in high school was Q-Tip.
Okay.
Because I was real skinny and I had like a little fro, so they called me Q-Tip in Dallas. But when I got to Southern, Dallas stuck. But the drum major name is Silky Slim. So I met a guy. We were in Florida, and I met a guy, and I am a part of the Kappa Kappa Psi 2, the National Honorary Band Fraternity.
Come on.
Zeta Nu chapter, Southern University. And I had my hat on, and the guy was like, hey, who are, such and such, Southern University? I was like, yeah, Zeta Nu chapter, whatever. And he was like, so what'd you do? What's your instrument you play? I said, well, I play percussion. I played the cymbals. And then shout out to Funk, shout out to Z5Z.
Yeah.
And I was a drum major. He said, well, what was your name? I said, Silky Slim. He was like, you Silky Slim? I was like, whoa, really? So, yeah, that's amazing to know that, people looked at Southern as a whole, and then they looked at the drum major. So me knowing that, I knew I had to carry myself and do those things that made sure I aligned with the vision and the name of Southern University and the Human Jukebox.
Come on. That holds so much weight. With you knowing that now and reflecting back to you being on the yard and just the legacy that the drum major holds, what would you tell yourself? What would you tell your college self now?
But what I know, wow. I would say just slow down.
Wow.
Just slow down. You'll get there when it's your time. I forget where I heard it from. So you're at the right moment in the right place where you're supposed to be right now.
Wow.
Because what you're supposed to learn in this growth period, you can't get it until you get through what you're going through. So yeah, I tell myself, slow down, man, slow down. Wow. Stay humble as you are, but just slow down. I was always ready to just move to the next. Oh, I can't wait to get out of school. I can't slow down, man. Hey, life is real on the other side. Bills be billing. Bills be billing and bills be billing.
Oh, wow. I needed to hear that myself.
Yeah, just slow down. Just slow down.
Ooh, well, we're going to take a quick slow down break here in a second. And when we get back, don't think I forgot about this this championship that you told me that you got on the track team. So make sure y'all stay tuned to From the Yard on WSUB. We'll be right back after this music break. Let's go.
I think you're truly something special. Just what my dreams are really made of. Let's stay together, you and me, girl. There's no one like you around, no one like you around, babe. Cause I really like what you done to me. I can't really explain it. I'm so into you. I I really like what you've done to me, baby. I can't really explain, but I am so into you. I'm so into you, girl. I'm so into you.
This segment is made possible by Hive Mind Creative Agency, helping businesses share their story and grow their presence online. Hive Mind offers podcast-style marketing designed to fit each brand's voice. Learn more at hivemindhtx.com.
We are back on From the Yard on WSUB 106.1 with yours truly, Armourie. And you know I got my main man in the building with me, Mr. Xavier, the legendary drum major for the Human Jukebox. Okay? Known as Silky
Slim.
I know that's right. Man, I am just honored to be sharing the couch with you. And I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. Knowing the legacy that you have, what you've birthed at Southern, and this isn't even it, you know? So we talked about you being the drum major. And earlier on in the interview, you mentioned that you also was a SWAC championship for indoor.
Right.
Baby, let's break that down. It's giving a winner over here. I'm on the couch with a winner, y'all, okay? What was that experience? What was your experience like running track? And what led you up to you getting that SWAC championship?
Oh, wow. So coming in, it had been maybe a year since I had ran from high school. And so I did the hurdles in high school as well as the long jump, triple jump, high jump, all of those field events. And but the hurdles was what kind of stood out to me. And so at practice, Coach T, oh my God, those practices were gruesome. But they shaped and molded strong athletes. And at that time, Southern was big in winning SWAC championships. It went back and forth between Southern and Prairie View at that time. But yeah, we had that SWAC championship at where was it? At Ellis? No, where was it? U of H, I want to say it was. No, it was at LSU.
Okay.
It was at LSU indoor. They gave us that opportunity to run indoors at LSU. And oh man, it was my time to go. I had just got through high jumping, so my legs were a little shaky and whatnot. But coach was like, hey, just get out there. Hey, I just need you to place. Let's get some points. And I think we had 4 or 5 of us in the prelims, and I think 2 of us made it to the finals. And I ended up running that prelim and ended up with the last fastest time. So I was in lane 8.
Oh, wow.
Right? So I qualified, but I was the last fastest time of the 8 that ran.
Oh, wow.
And I'm just thinking about it leading up to that point, man. And I was just honestly there to get the points. And said, bah, and I felt it. Wow. And I got out the blocks good. And sometimes I'm not going to say I stumbled out the blocks, but I didn't have the best block work.
Okay.
And so, but that day I was on.
That drive phase is on point.
And I was, that trail leg was coming over that. We was working on that trail leg, getting it over. And man, I ended up winning. And it was by maybe 1/10 of a second or 2/10.
Wow.
It was a slight margin that I won. And I won against my teammate. So we ended up getting the points. And yeah, and he was a little upset. And because like I said, I was the new kid on there, and it was supposed to be his time, but it was my time at that moment. And so shout out to DJ, man. Shout out to DJ, man, for pushing me and always, telling me, hey, you got to get better. So, but yeah, I ended up winning, and I was lucky. I stayed in Whitehall when I was on the yard, and so some of my bandmen friends from Whitehall came to LSU to watch. I even got a recording of it. We talked about it the other day, and yeah, I ended up being the 1998 SWAC indoor 55-meter hurdle champion.
Come on.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
an amazing thing
Yes.
to just have attached to who you are.
Right.
And for those who do not know a lick about track, you have to be a different type of beast
Yes.
to run hurdles. I'm clumsy. I don't even look at a hurdle because I know I'm not going to make it over the first one. You have to have a different level of mindset,
Right.
different perspective. You have to be a different level of beast
Yeah.
to run
Yeah.
the hurdles.
Yeah.
What was your trick?
Yeah, God.
Come on.
Because I'm telling you, those practices, but Coach T always had us prepare. If we were doing the 55, we'd just go ahead and do 100. Once you finish the 55, sprint the rest of it out. Like work on your drive phase, work on your lead leg, work on your trail leg, work on snapping, work on strength and endurance. Even running the 400 hurdles, we used to do 600s. We finished that 400 and then hit that. Sprint the 2 out, and he'd tell you don't throw up on my track.
I can imagine.
And we used to call
was that
it
when the track was blue?
blue. We called it the deep blue sea.
Man,
Yeah,
I
so
love that blue track.
Yeah. But yeah, that also, those men on that team also gave me a sense of family.
Wow.
A sense of belonging. And it was just, I don't know, when I got there as a freshman, doing the initial trip down there for the audition and meeting Coach T, it's like the atmosphere, the people were so welcoming.
Yes.
Like I told my mom, like, is this real?
Yeah.
Like, Mom, and the people, I'm just, hey, baby, how you doing?
Yeah.
Can you come on? You want something to eat? I was just like, man. And
It
then
feels
when
like home.
Yes, it does. It really does. And then you get there, like I said, you're around like-minded people.
Yes.
The track team, like-minded individuals trying to get better, pushing each other to maintain and stay SWAC champs.
Yep.
And just that standard. It was just all about a standard. Southern sets the standard.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing else behind that.
Wow.
Whether it's the basketball team, track team, football team, band, whatever, we set that standard.
Come on.
So I'm blessed and thankful to have the opportunity to not only attend Southern, but graduate, right? And then be involved in the culture on the yard. So yeah.
That hits different. And speaking of setting the standard and being involved with the culture on the yard, what is your favorite experience while being on the yard? And I know it's hard to narrow it down.
During the basketball games, right? So there was a section called M9.
M9.
It says we used to be numbered like old band heads and like people that were cool with the band. We sat in this section, and it was the section above M9, but we called it section M9, and we were like the heckling section.
Okay.
So all the basketball teams that came down, we used to dress up. Matter of fact, we was all in the yearbooks. Section M9, like the 12th man, like if Texas A&M, like the 12th man, or the student section, and we give all the pumps, the adrenaline, and all of the cheers like we do in the band to support the basketball team. And we used to get the rosters, and we used to call from the opponent team. Yeah, we talked about them. We call their names when they get on the field. On the court.
Hollering.
Talk about the coach. Yeah, we would just get in their head, trying to be that man to distract him at any way. But those moments, man, right there, we got an opportunity to meet a Master P at that time, 504 boys. They gave us shirts and all of those. Yeah, man, it was beautiful. That was a great time to be on the yard. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world.
Wow.
But that experience in itself was, the section M9, we painted our faces, man, and they knew we were coming.
Not the Blue Boys.
Kind of like it. It was blue and gold. I did my own face. Everybody else did their face. We had shirts. We had signs. We had whistles. We had kazoos. We were just, it was a band inside of a band, outside of a band, inside of a band. Like, yeah, it was just, those people, listen, those memories and those people that I had the opportunity to just sit there and clown with and have fun with and do it all in the spirit of Jaguar for life.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
All for one and one for all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so that's the spirit that I can't even carry with me to this day. But yeah, and Yeah, that memory there, going to the basketball. We even traveled. I remember we went to Alcorn.
Y'all went.
Yes.
Y'all was not playing any game.
They're ready to fight us too, but we made it out. We made it out. We ended up winning the game too, but we gave that coach, we gave him hell. And you know what? And when we showed up, and when we showed up, he turned around and he was like, you could see him like, oh, they're here. And so we stayed on, I'm telling, from jump ball to the end of the game. It was nonstop heckling. Yeah. So
talk about the presence being known wherever.
Right.
That hits different because I can just imagine how that holds weight in your memory today. I can still imagine the people who were there at those games, how it holds weight in their memory, and they remember those moments.
Right.
That's what helps like make the games just like an overall, just the atmosphere is just on point.
Right. I kind of look at it like you're saying when it comes to football games. Like, I'm going to come see the football game, but I know I'm going to see the band too, right? So I'm going to come to the basketball game, but I know I'm going to see M9. I know they're going to cut the food, and I know they're going to keep everybody excited and entertained and make the game just that much more of a presence. And I know that the opposing teams, I know they hated coming because they knew they were going to see us. Be like, oh, not again, not this year. Yep, we back.
We back in this thing.
That's it. And we just, yeah, man.
Wow, you taking me back to the yard right now. I love that. Just nothing like reminiscing.
Nothing like the good old mini dome.
Oh
the smell of the mini dome.
Oh my goodness, it's a
so nostalgic.
Yes, yes. Yeah. Wow, I'm just thinking back right now. Like this is just yeah. I was just gonna say impossible, but it's just amazing.
Right.
Speaking of the spirit that you said that you still carry with you today, what's one thing that is still applicable in your life today that you learned while being at Southern University?
You will have your patience tested.
Wow.
Standing in those lines with that billing statement, and you stood in line for 2 hours, and you get to the front of that line, that lady say, baby, the line you looking for is down there.
Ooh.
Whoo. Will test your patience.
Yeah.
But through that test, you learn adversity. You learn how to navigate yourself through this situation. All right, now I know I have something that I need to do that's going to get me in school. What do I need to do? I get up early, I go, right? Practice that still. If I have to be somewhere at 9 o'clock, I'm there at 8:30. I'm just in the parking lot. If I have to go to campuses with my job and I have to be there at 7:30, I may show up at 7 and just sit in the front just to see what the atmosphere is like. Set the tone. The atmosphere sets the tone for what you're going to experience when you go in. And so I want to see all of that. When I look at a campus, I want to see everything that goes into that. And so back to the question, the patience part. So you, yes, if you have a job or they give you something at work to do. Hey, listen, I need you to finish this project by this time. Yeah, go ahead, get on it now.
Yeah.
Because if you wait, and if you would have waited in that line to get in line, then of course you'd have been, your whole day would have been gone. But yeah, my patience, yes, I keep patience. I'm a very patient individual. And I look at things differently.
Wow.
And I go back to a saying I had said earlier was when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So I would take how I looked at things then differently, how I look at things now, and which changed my perception of how I see things in the future. So yeah.
I love that. I love that. On that note, when you talk about just the change in perspective that you have, what's 2 words? 1 word that described who you were at Southern, and 1 word that describes who you are today.
Young man.
Interesting. Why?
In my youth, I know the Bible says if as a child I did childish things, as you know. And so I was doing those things, but I was growing in my youth with my direction and that opportunity for me to lead in leadership from the aspect of the band. Yeah. And I had more eyes on me than I thought.
Okay.
And so now I always have to remember that there are more people looking at me than I know. And when I walk in the room and introduce myself, however many people in the room, that's however many me's that are there. So I have to represent that me that they see consistently in a professional manner. So, yeah, young when I was there, man as I am now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is so powerful. Y'all, we are not done yet. When we get back, we are going to unravel just what ignited you to major in the field that you majored in, and the transition from the yard to in the midst of this industry now. So y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back after this music break. Let's get it.
All right.
I don't know what it is that you done to me, but it's caused me to act in such a crazy way. Whatever it is that you do when you do what you're doing, it's a feeling that I want to stay. 'Cause my heart starts beating triple time with thoughts of loving you on my mind. I can't figure out just what to do when the cause and cure is you. I get so weak in the knees, I can hardly speak. I lose all control, and something takes over me in the days, and it's so amazing. It's not a phase. I want you to stay with me by my side. I swallow my pride. Your love is so sweet, it knocks me right off of my feet. Can't explain why your love, it makes me weak.
Time after time after time I try to fight it, but your love is strong and keeps on holding on. Resistance is down when you're around, crowds fading. In my condition, I don't wanna be alone. Yeah, 'cause my heart starts beating triple time with thoughts of loving you on my mind. I can't figure out just what to do when the cause and cure is you. I get so weak in the knees, I can hardly speak. I lose all control, and something takes over me in the days, and it's so amazing. It's not a phase. I want you to stay with me by my side. I swallow my pride. Your love is so sweet, it knocks me right off of my feet. I can't explain why your love, it makes me weak.
I try hard to fight it, no way can I deny it. Your love so sweet, knocks me off my feet.
I get so weak in the knees, I can hardly speak. I lose all control, and something takes over me in the days, and it's so amazing. It's not a phase. I want you to stay with me by my side. I swallow my pride. Your love is so sweet, it knocks me right off of my feet. I can't explain why your love, it makes me weak.
Support for this program comes from TRG Financial, helping families, professionals, and brands develop clear, coordinated plans for savings, retirement, and estate needs, bringing organization to financial uncertainty. More at trg-financial.com.
We are back in the studio live at the Hive for From the Yard on WSUB 106.1 with yours truly, Armourie. And you already know I got the legendary, okay? The one and only Silky Slim joining me, okay? And I have just been raving this entire interview. And I'm not gassing you up. This is real truth coming from me because I can feel the authenticity that you bring. And I'm just in awe. So thank you again for being here with me.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, you've been taking me back to the yard, okay?
know,
Got me
right?
reminiscing. It's giving this nostalgic feeling.
Right.
What even just ignited the spark for you to study the field that you study? And let us know what that was again.
All right. So my bachelor's degree is in family consumer sciences with focus in on early childhood education. In my family, cousins and all, I've always gravitated towards the younger kids. Like I've always wanted to help them, whether it's tying their shoes, learning how to read, doing all that. My mother was an educator. My aunt's an educator. I have aunts on my dad's side that are educators. My father's side are preachers. And so, yeah, I was kind of strict in knowing the direction and what to do and always helping children out. And so I was like, hey, my first year there, hey, let's go. Radio and television broadcasting, let's go. Mass communication major, let's go. Year 1, year 2, year 3. And I was like, maybe not.
Okay.
Maybe not. As you grow, right, being young, as you grow, and realizing that maybe I want to do something else.
Yeah.
And so that popped up, took some of the courses that I had already taken, and I found a love for teaching. I've always taught, but technically teaching, I found a love for that. And so when I graduated, moved to Dallas, and I started in early Head Start.
I love that.
At the Head Start of Greater Dallas, and it was as a pre-K teacher. Wow. And the only male pre-K teacher in the whole Greater Dallas area, knowing that education is a predominantly female, job, but there are a lot of males in there. But me being a pre-K teacher was rare. And I took that to heart because I care about the foundation of education. For me, teaching pre-K was and still is one of the best rewarding grade levels to teach from, because they come in not knowing anything. Yeah. And then they leave and you be like, hey. Yeah. They have a little bit of me in them, a little bit of quirkiness in me. But they teach the manners. They have the manners. They have respect for one another, reading, sounds, syllables, all of those things. But just you get to see that at the end. Yeah. And I find that to be fulfilling for me to see that, hey, these kids finally got it, or that aha moment, when you finally figure out how to do something as an adult, you be like, yes. And so just imagine a child who has no type of ideal of what to expect. And then when they get it, that feeling just makes me feel like, Yeah. And so then I taught fourth grade as well, second grade, fourth grade. And I made the jump from pre-K to fourth grade. But that first year kicked my butt. But then I ended up having the opportunity to teach some students that I had in pre-K. And so that was always a thrill for me. And some of them still had that passion and love for learning. And then there were some that just lost it. And, I just asked, like what happened? Used to be so live and excited about learning, but they can't say like a year or two of a teacher one teacher can take a year or two from a child's learning. Yeah. A bad teacher, not a bad teacher. Well, yeah, a bad teacher. Yeah. I'm going to say it, a bad teacher. An unfocused teacher will do that. And so, but then having to get them back on and then having them to find that love and appreciation for learning is absolutely amazing. So yeah.
I can just imagine how rewarding that is, especially, unfortunately, with the society that we live in, where it's just so instant gratification, where they, when I mean they, I mean like just the young kids or young children. being able to get them at that early stage in their life means a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And to know that you are in a position where that's something that you love to do, that speaks volumes about your character. It
Right.
speaks volumes about, you wanting to pour into individuals. I
Yes.
just heard in my head, the cup that runneth over.
Yes.
And so I'm glad to hear that, because you have a lot of unfocused teachers
Mm-hmm.
who don't really care about
Right.
the students, and they don't even realize like that's that student's only outlet.
That's the only out. That's
know?
their only out.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I know, right? I know.
I'm glad you made that shift, and it's working.
Yes, it is. It is.
Speaking of shifts,
Mm-hmm.
has there ever been a time where you had to pivot unexpectedly?
Glad you asked. Yes, it is. Remember, like in college, you had that young, they said the young and the man. There's there was a time where I originally got kicked out of Southern, man. For the world to know, yes, it happened. It happened.
You weren't by yourself, because that
yeah.
almost happened to me too.
It happened, and I had to let Mom know, and she was a little upset behind it. But she was like, "You coming home? You going to Prairie View?" I was like, "Nope, that's not gonna happen. Not doing
Nothing.
That. That's not happening. You're going to Texas Southern, and that's no hate. HBCU love.
Yeah, we
I
love
just,
y'all.
I just wasn't doing it. I wasn't doing it.
I had to
And so
tell
she
my
said, "Well,
mom
you
that.
coming home? You going to Paul Quinn?" I said, "I will definitely not be doing that, Mom. So let me call you back. Let me go talk to some people." I made some phone calls. Ended up talking to someone, and it was like, "Hey, if you come back for the Maymester, and you get your 2.0, we'll put you in at academic probation." And that was my turning point. That was my, hey, get it together.
Yeah.
And then that's when I began my growth as a young to the man. The opportunities that came after, I focused in and prayed about it. I became drum major the following year. Meeting all kind of people, being exposed to all types of things. The band director taking me under his wing, his family, and just my mindset grew. Remember, I had to change because I didn't want to disrespect the vision of Dr. Greggs, and also the last name on the back of my my shirt, Gerald. I didn't want to disrespect the Gerald name as well. So
Wow.
that was my turning point. And I think everybody in life will meet that point where they have to realize they put your feet in the sand, man. Hey, it's time to go. What are you gonna do? You gonna sit here and waddle in it, or you gonna move? Or my friend said, you gonna barbecue a mildew.
You know what?
Which one you gonna do?
You about to have me run around the studio right
I'm just
now.
saying, but
Wow.
in the midst of all of that, though, I don't want to take for granted that prayer helped me with that.
Wow. Amen.
Being deeply rooted.
Mm-hmm.
My mother and father did a great job of training me up. And so as a child and when I got older, I won't depart from that. And so I always want to bring my roots of spirituality and the love for Christ in there. So,
Yes.
yeah.
That holds weight.
Yes.
I could definitely
Yes.
say that's what carries me through,
Mm-hmm.
especially when it's funny when they were talking about just the experience of you having to pivot, and it spoke about your character.
Mm-hmm.
And I recently just did an episode about the vision of the Valley of the Dry Bones, and about how God will breathe life
Man, you better
into
keep
the dead bones.
You better come on.
And as you were talking about that, and I interviewed this woman, her name was Whitney Medge, and
Okay.
she has a book called The Final Say,
Okay.
and it talks about what may look dead
Mm-hmm.
may not be dead. God has the final say.
Mm-hmm.
And so as you were talking about you being suspended from Southern, and you say, you know what, you weren't taking anything else. You said, let me make a few calls. Let me do what needs to be done. And like you said, that was a pivot. That was a pivoting point, and doors started to open for you
Yes.
out of nowhere.
Yes.
And that just reminded me how God will breathe life into what may look like dead situations.
Mm-hmm.
He will breathe life into it,
Come on.
and it's going to just open doors that no man can shut.
Mm-hmm.
So, wow.
And even through all of that, you had people who wanted to see you fail.
The haters on the block.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. Hey, da 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 da. I don't have no control over that.
Wow.
But it say, well, make a plate for your enemies, right?
I was
Passes,
set the
right? And then what else? Set that table and your cup
table. Yep.
overflow it.
Ooh.
But that overflow, listen, that overflow is not for you. That's for them to see the blessings of God manifesting in you. So, yeah, man. Yeah, God is good, man. God is good. And when you look at, again, you change the way you look at things. But that overflow, just remember, that overflow not for you. That's for them. So they can see the blessing that he bestowed upon you for being faithful and obedient to his word. So, yeah.
You.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
What's so interesting is that yesterday we had a little flood in our kitchen at the studio. And I was here I wasn't by myself, but I was the only one who could attend to it.
Right.
And I was stressed out to the point where I was like, what am I going to do? Had paper towels everywhere. Mind you, it was a mop behind me. They were like, why you just didn't use a mop? But it was so interesting because when I got home, it made me think about how God is like, are you going to be able to handle the outpour that I'm bringing into your life? And so when you said that, and you said it wasn't for you, it's for the enemies to see. And some people had came into the kitchen after that, and I was just like, man. So let me just, when I started to shake my head, when I started to tap my head, just know, man. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Wow, this is just amazing. Like, thank you for sharing that. Thank you for being vulnerable with sharing that because, I mean, wow.
I'm human.
Yeah.
Everybody had those moments.
Yeah.
Some people scared to say it, but that closet situation could be a blessing to somebody else. So I'm not going to shadow myself off because I feel like I'm not supposed to say nothing about it. No, man, let the people know.
Yeah.
And let the blessings fall where they belong.
Absolutely. And I guarantee you that it's inspiring and encouraging anyone that is listening to this right now. At the end of every show, I always ask my guests, what's one Jag gem that you would like to leave the viewers with? Maybe it may be for an aspiring student who's looking to go to Southern University, someone who is trying to be the next drum major, someone who is looking to leave a legacy behind. What Jag gem would you leave with them?
Man, there's so many, man. I would just tell them to just stay focused. Like, it's easily to get distracted. Like, when you have to practice and your friends, they want to go out, sometimes you have to say no. You got to put yourself and your needs before the needs of others. Yeah, I want everybody I want to go out with everybody, but I have to have enough self-discipline to know that I need to do this first in order for me to stay doing this, in order for me to do that. So I need to focus in on me. So focus on yourself and stay disciplined. Go to class. Get up and go to class. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just be focused and determined and stick with it. Like I stuck with it. I wasn't going to PV. I wasn't going to TI. I wasn't coming back home. I knew what I wanted. And it was unfortunate that I allowed laziness to have me not pass those classes. But I was also blessed with the opportunity to make that up and get that 2.0 so I could get back in good graces with the university.
Wow.
Right. And so, yeah, that self-discipline is the main thing I want everybody to take back. Even as adults.
Yes.
Like, get you some self-discipline, man. Woman.
Period.
Child. Everyone. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you. The
pleasure is all mine. Thank you.
I appreciate that. Please let everybody know where they can connect with you and tap in.
Oh, man. You can X Gerald 6 I'm on X, Twitter, Silky Slim 214 on Instagram, Xavier Gerald on Facebook. What am I? I think I'm Silky Slim on TikTok as well. So yeah, that you can meet me there. And if not, then you can. My email is xgerald214 gmail.com. You can always get at me that way. Can I put my phone number out there too, if that's okay? I don't want to do that, but you can email me and then we can go from there.
Wow. Well, it's been amazing sitting down and learning about your journey, your story. And I already know God is not done with you yet, baby. Okay.
Right.
Wow. So thank y'all. I hope that this episode encouraged you. I hope that this inspired you. I hope that you were able to take the Jag gems that Mr. Xavier left behind and apply it to your life. You know, you have one life to live, so make it one that counts. And for all of my peoples out there, remember to be bold, don't fold, and come through the fire as gold. This is your girl, Armourie, with From the Yard. I will see y'all next week. Let's go.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's always that one person that will always have your heart. You never seen it coming 'cause you're blinded from the start. Even before all the fame and people screaming your name, girl, I was there and you were my baby. Started when we were younger, you were mine.
My boo.
Now another brother's taking over, but it's still in your eyes.
My boo.
Even though we used to argue, it's alright.
Boy, it's okay.
I know we haven't seen each other in a while, but you will always be
I
my
was in love with you when we were younger. You were mine.
my boo,
And I see it from time to time. I still feel like.
my boo.
And I can see it no matter how I try to hide.
Can't hide it, babe.
Even though there's another man who's in my life, you will always. Yes, I remember, boy. 'Cause after we kissed, I could only think about your lips. Yes, I remember, boy. The moment I knew you were the one I could spend my life with. Even before all the famous people screaming your name, I was there and you were my baby.
Started when we were younger, you were mine.
You were mine.
Now another brother's taking over, but it's still in your eyes.
Still in your eyes.
Even though we used to argue, it's alright.
It's
I know
okay.
we haven't seen each other in a while, but you will always be my boo. Oh, my oh, my oh, my boo.
Oh,
My oh, my oh, my oh. I don't know about y'all, but I know about us. And it's the only way we know how to. I don't know about y'all, but I know about us. You will always be my boo. Started when we were younger, you were mine.
my boo.
Now another brother's taking over, but it's still in your eyes.
Still in your eyes.
Though we used to argue, it's alright. I know we haven't seen each other in a while, but you will always be my boo.
Support for this program comes from the Hive Houston, a creative hub and event venue offering studios, meeting rooms, and community spaces for both creators and professionals. Learn more at thehivehouston.com.